First of all, I'd like to congratulate all of you to making it to this point. Um, First question goes out to Guyana Whitehead. Your platform is aimed at assessing and managing suicide risks. Is that correct? All right, so aside from assessment and management, what empirical preventative measures would you take to help mitigate the maze of emotional stressors which contribute to a person wanting to take their own life?
Gary, please.
Other than assessing and managing, one other area that I focused a lot on was that I believe that people are lonely because I have also attempted. So I think people uniting and having another person there for you who you can run to whenever you have an alcoholic husband who beats on you, whenever you have a boyfriend who's leaving you, if you have friends who are picking on you, whatever depression and emotional trauma you may be going through, as long as you have another person there you can run to and lean on and have a shoulder to cry on, you will not. So I really think that us uniting and being each other's keepers, the Bible says it, we are each other's keepers. So I believe that is what we need to do. We need to be there for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question, please.
Next question goes out to Sharice James.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, honorable judges.
Good evening. So Sharice, your platform is disabilities and ending discrimination against those with special needs?
Yes, correct.
My question is relative to the discrimination aspect.
Okay.
How do you see yourself being able to dent such a pervasive discriminatory practice?
Well, we all as citizens of Guyana need to come together as one, not to see them for their disability, but to accept them for their ability because they're no different from us. We are human beings. It's just that we have a special, it's just that they have a special way of how they handle stuff like us. We can hold a cup and drink water, that some of them hold it differently, but at the end of the day, it goes down the same way. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question goes out to, hello. Next question goes out to Rafia Hussein. All right, bear with me because this is a long one. My question is twofold. Okay? The World Health Organization acknowledges violence against women as an epidemic. So your platform being centered on awareness of the initial signs of domestic violence is poignant. While this can definitely be a preventative measure, how do you plan on addressing long-standing domestic violence that has gone beyond your initial signs threshold? And then the second question is, what do you see as the root cause of domestic violence?
Sorry, can you repeat the last part?
Yeah. What do you see as the root cause of domestic violence?
First off, I'd like to say Happy Independence Day, Guyana. How are you guys? Thank you, Honorable, for judges for that question. I believe that, yes, I am focusing on the initial signs of domestic violence in the younger generation because that is where they're starting their dating life. And by starting it from there, we're hoping to end further trauma. As regards to a broader spectrum of domestic violence into the further trauma, I will be working with other organizations, teaming up with them both in Guyana, in the US, and worldwide to deal with all aspects of domestic violence. Just because I'm working on initial signs does not mean that I don't care about everyone else and their part of their domestic violence. And I do believe that it's the verbal abuse, whether it's the isolation from friends. The younger generation at this time, they don't understand. So that is where the root is. Thank you.
Thank you. Next question is going out to Denisha. Good evening. Okay, so you say that you wish to bring awareness to autism, all right, and the amazing talents of children who are autistic, yes? You see the Guyana Green Heart Autistic Association as being a big part of that, yes?
Yes.
Okay. So as Miss Guyana World, how would you help Guyana to become a major voice internationally on this issue?
First, I will, as I said, I will start my foundation. I will have many fundraisers for these children as well as shows to showcase their talents. I will have people internationally, since I do live in the U.S., I will have international people come to Guyana to support these children, to showcase everything that they have to do worldwide. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Atisha, last question goes out to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening. Raising awareness on human trafficking can be a rather dangerous pursuit. Would you agree?
I would agree.
So how do you plan to combat the resistance that you're going to receive during your efforts to bring Guyana to a Tier 1 status?
My goal to bring Guyana to a Tier 1 standard is to have non-governmental organizations, governmental organizations, private sector, and most importantly, our community to come together as one to help combat the craze of sex trafficking. Because if we don't do it together, then there's no way we can get to Tier 1. The main issue of sex trafficking, the fact that Guyana as a whole, we're not comfortable speaking about the issues. This is affecting our young women of Guyana. It's not only affecting our young women, but Guyanese across the board, and it needs to be resolved. And I hope to do it by going into special areas such as the minor sectors and any other areas that these girls are being trafficked. Thank you.
Thank you.
Third princess of Miss World Guyana 2014 is Ayana Whitehead. Second princess, Denisha Williams. First princess from Miss World Guyana 2014 is Atisha Castro. Ladies and gentlemen, the new Miss World Guyana for 2014 is Rafia Hussein.